Alright guys, we're going to cut the crap. In this video, I'm going to show you how to trade Forex like a boss. Alright, I'm going to show you how to set up your charts exactly like this, where you see nice, clean, and easy to spot buy signals and sell signals. Alright, we're going to deconstruct what a perfect trade looks like, low risk, high reward, and the best part is that I'm going to show you how to trade Forex without any indicators whatsoever. Okay, we're going to take a look at the truth on how to trade Forex. Let's do this. Alright, what's up guys? It's Mark here at Dino Trading. Hope you're having a great trading week. So in this video, I'm going to show you how everyone and anyone can master Forex in just 3 days. Alright, in a few seconds, we're going to take a look at the #1 Forex chart pattern in the world, and I'm going to show you how to consistently nail highs and lows in any Forex market without using any indicators, and I'm going to show you how to do this every single day. Alright, but first we got to talk about the terminology. Okay, for those of you guys that trade stocks, futures, options, or anyone that's looking to dip their toes into Forex trading, it is not as complicated as people make it seem. Okay, trading Forex is like trading anything else: stocks, futures, options. You're buying something low and you're looking to sell it high, right? The only real difference with Forex is the terminology, okay? And in Forex, your profit potential is measured in pips, okay? Just like you can see it here. And a pip is nothing more than an increment in price movement, all right? Exactly like stocks. Say you buy a stock at $10 and you sell it at $10.50. Well, your stock just moved 50 cents. Right? So in stocks, your increment is cents. Now in Forex, your increment is called pips. That's the only difference, guys. All right? Now the reason why Forex trading is so attractive to all types of traders is this right here, the daily range. A lot of the really nice currency pairs, these things move 100 to 200 pips every single day. Okay? So if you do the math on that, trading just one contract of Forex is $1,000 to $2,000 every single day, right? So really think about that. Now you're probably starting to get the idea on why Forex trading can be so attractive. And there's many other reasons to trade Forex as well, right? You can trade Forex 24 hours a day. You can trade it with a very small account size. I personally feel that Forex traders can make a lot more than stock traders. Okay, so now that you get the idea on how much profit potential there is in Forex trading, let's get to the good stuff and look at some charts. I am a firm believer in software. Okay, software works. There's no one that's ever going to convince me that professional trading software does not work. It's the only thing that works, all right? So what you're looking at on the screen right now is what I like to call the bullcrap chart, the indicator chart, the candlestick chart, right? I spend a lot of time with my traders talking about signals and the incredible value that price action signals can really give you throughout a 24-hour trading session, okay? And guys, I think this should be obvious, right? If you're looking at a chart like this and you can't figure out within 2 seconds what a signal looks like, then guys, I can tell you right now, it is not a chart that you should be looking at, right? Can you look at this chart and tell me, what does a buy signal look like? What does a sell signal look like? Where do I get in? Where do I place my stop? This chart answers nothing that professional traders need to know every day before they open up a trade, right? So is it any wonder why a majority of you guys that are trading this type of chart, is it any wonder why people who look at this type of chart fail in trading? Is it any big surprise that people who are trading candlestick charts or indicator charts or nonsense charts, is it any wonder why they can't figure it out, right? When I look at this chart, I can't make out heads or tails of what's happening in this market, all right? So what I'm going to show you guys right now is the pro style chart, okay? With one click of my mouse, I'm going to take this chart right here and make that chart look like this. Okay? This is the same exact instrument, guys. I'm not cherry picking, right? Like, here's the GBP USD. This is the before, okay? Here's the very same instrument, GBP USD, except here's the after, the pro style chart, okay? So guys, do you remember a few seconds ago when I said, if you look at a chart and you can't figure out what's the signal look like immediately, then you shouldn't be trading it? Do you remember when I said that? Well, how about this chart? If you look at this chart, can you figure out what signals look like? Can you figure out where to enter a trade? Can you figure out where to place your stop, right? So these are the type of charts right here that retail traders, losing traders, and generally traders that are never going to be able to figure it out, these are the type of charts that they're using. All right? Don't be that trader, right? This is what a bullcrap chart looks like. And you've seen this before. I know you have. In fact, I know many of you guys have probably been using this type of chart for years. Okay? But this is what a pro chart looks like, where the signals are clean, the signals are obvious, and the signals are easy to understand for anybody. Even a 6-year-old could look at this chart and get an idea of exactly how to trade, right? So let's look at the parameters of this chart style, all right? It's got a name. The name of this chart style is called a Dino Bars chart, and what you have to do is optimize your speed settings, right? Just like if you picked a 5-minute chart, okay, you'd have to select the number of minutes you want to look at. You got to do the same thing with the Dino Bars chart. You could pick a speed setting of 1, you could pick a speed setting of 2000, or you could pick a speed setting of anything in between those two, right? So I have a speed setting here of 300, which is what I think works very good on this particular pair, the GBP USD. And guys, I'm going to go one level further and show you exactly how to pinpoint this exact low in the GBP USD Forex pair and how to let that winner run all the way up for 100 pips. All right, so first thing we got to do is we got to get to a side-by-side view of the Dino Bars on the left and a smaller time frame chart on the right. Okay, now guys, we're getting into the meat and potatoes of this Forex trading strategy. All right, so pay very, very close attention here. Okay, so when you get to a side-by-side view of your big picture chart, which lets you know where the signals take place, all right, you need to figure out what to do with that signal. Okay, so what I like to do is drill down on a very microscopic level and open up a smaller time frame chart. And you can do whatever. You can use a minute chart, you can use a tick chart, you can use a Renko chart. I'm using a chart called T-bars, which is my own proprietary chart style. But like I said, you guys can use anything that you want. I like the T-bars because they draw nice, crystal clean pivot points. What do I mean by pivot points? Well, on the T-bar charts, a pivot point looks like this, right? I want to be able to connect these pivot points, and I'm going to show you why I want to connect these pivot points in just a few. Okay, so this is what your Forex trading setup should look like. And what we're going to do is we're going to take a look at this signal bar. You can see I've drawn that in the smaller time frame chart right over here. Just call it the signal bar. And here are the steps, guys. All right, this is what I really want you to pay close attention to. For those of you that are new, you probably may want to write this down. All right, go ahead and write this down. When you get a signal bar, all right, in this case, this is a long signal bar. I hope that's obvious to you guys because it's the first green bar after a string of red bars, right? That's your long signal. So when you identify a long signal, you can't just go in and go long, right? You got to wait for price to come back and give you a retracement. So how do you do that? Well, what I like to do is I like to draw a retracement zone around that long signal bar. Okay, let's just get rid of this for now. This high and this low of the signal bar, what I call the Dino signal bar, represents your area now that you have to really watch like a hawk. All right, if you miss this retracement, you just missed a 100 pip winner, right? And also, you guys know how it works in Forex, right? Forex moves very quickly. So if you blink, you may miss this retracement, okay? So let's just go ahead and draw all of these elements into our smaller time frame chart, right? So we've already got the signal bar drawn. Let's go ahead and draw the high of that bar, which is right here, and the low of that bar, which is right here. Okay, is this making sense to you guys? I'm hoping this kind of makes sense to you, right? This bullish retracement zone right here has been drawn into our smaller time frame chart just like this, okay? And when you finish drawing that zone, you're on the lookout for price to come back into this zone, and you are now looking to take long trades. You're a buyer, okay? You are completely a buyer. Shame on you if you tried to short this market as it's in the bullish retracement zone, right? You're doing the opposite of what professional traders are doing, right? You're trying to go short when everybody else is going long, okay? So now, well, how do you exactly go long? Well, I like to look for areas in the slave chart where price gives you kind of a horseshoe pattern. Do you get what I'm saying when I say horseshoe pattern, guys? A horseshoe pattern kind of looks like this, where price comes up and it comes back down. Price comes up and it comes back down. So if we look at this chart right here, here's an area where it gave us kind of a horseshoe. Here's an area where it kind of gave us a horseshoe. And here's another area where it gave us kind of a horseshoe. Those represent something called pivot points. And you guys can look up what pivot points means. I'm not going to spend too much time explaining that. Pivot points are very, very critical areas in the market where the market has identified pockets of support and pockets of resistance. Those are critical levels that you need to pay attention to. All right. So what I like to do with those pivot points, guys, very simple. This is the moment of truth. All right. I like to connect these pivot points using a simple trend line. Okay. So watch this sequence, right, guys? You've waited for the signal. The signal has printed. This is your long signal. Now you've drawn your zone. You've drawn the high. You've drawn the low. You've waited for price to come back in. It's now come back in. So now fourth step and final step of this sequence, you connect a trend line just like that. Okay? And you watch that trend line. What you're looking for is you're looking for that trend line to break to the upside. And you can see, in case it wasn't obvious to you guys, we got a trend line break right over there. Okay? So guys, can you see what we did here? Right? We took a very systematic, methodical approach in our smaller time frame chart, and we used the bigger chart as our frame of reference. Okay? This is called having a master and slave approach to your trading. You got to have a higher time frame that you're looking to capture big winners on, and you got to drill down on a very microscopic time frame to really pinpoint your entries. And don't forget, you got to place your stop. Okay? What I love about the T-bar charts is it tells you exactly where to place your stop. Okay? So guys, your stop goes in at the most recent green reversal bars low to the left of your entry. Okay? So let's zoom in here. All right? You entered right here. The most recent green reversal bar is right here. We want to go ahead and capture that bar's low. Let's just do that like that. And boom, your stop goes in right there. Guys, this isn't brain surgery, right? This is not complicated. Nothing that I've shown you here is complicated, right? It's simply green and red, right? And if we maximize this chart, and let's just squeeze this in and see how this trade played out. I mean, look at this winner, right? This Forex pair took off for almost 100 pips in just a few hours. That's $2,000 trading 2 standard lots, okay? And guys, I know what you're going to ask me. You're going to ask me, hey Mark, does it work on other instruments? Well, of course it does, right? We're using elements of price action trading. Of course it's going to work on other instruments, right? Here's the Euro NZD, right? Here's a beautiful short signal. Draw the high, draw the low. Do you tell me if you see any retracement into that zone? Look at that move, 100 pips straight down. How about the GBP NZD? Do you guys see any signals? Well, I know I do, right? Here's a short signal, here's a long signal, here's a short signal. So far, so good. Boom! There are the 3 retracements within those 3 signals. 200 pips on the GBP NZD. Easy, right? Can you imagine trading this chart right here? Can you imagine trying to sort through all this bullcrap? When instead you could be trading a chart like this that's going to tell you exactly what you need to know as a professional Forex trader, right? And how about the last Forex pair I'm going to show you right now, which is the #1 most volatile, most violent Forex pair in the world, the XAU versus the USD. Guys, this is gold versus the US dollar, all right? This thing will move 2,000 to 3,000 pips every single day. Yes, you heard me say that correctly. 2,000 pips per day. Okay? So you got to be very, very careful when you trade it. Okay? But look at these signals. Long signal, short signal, long signal, right? Nothing complicated about this. Guys, I told you at the very beginning of this video, I am going to show you the #1 Forex trading strategy in the world. And this is it. This is how you find long-term success in Forex trading or any kind of trading, whether you trade futures, options, even stocks. You got to have the right set of charts. You got to have the right software. You got to trade the way that professionals trade. Okay? Anyway, guys, so what's the takeaway here? All right. #1, if there's one thing that I really want you to take away from watching this video, it's that I want you to just forget about using indicators in chat rooms. Just forget it. All right. You want to succeed in Forex trading? You want to succeed in being a day trading rock star? Here's how you do it. Focus only on price action. I can promise you, once you start looking at clean charts, nothing else like it in the world. All right. #2, be a very patient trader, right? There's no need to rush your trades and stress out and have a lot of tension in your trading, right? Go back to the very beginning of this video. I showed you what, like 1 or 2 trades for the full 24-hour session. Guys, that's all you need. 1, 2, maybe 3 trades a day and you're good. All right. Do not rush your trades. And more important, do not be one of those guys that overtrades. Okay. And of course, guys, takeaway #3, learn how professional traders do it, right? You want to be able to nail the exact low like you saw in these examples. Well, guess what? You got to have access to the same exact software that professional traders use day in and day out. I'm talking some of the largest prop trading firms in the world use this type of trend trading software, right? At the end of the day, software matters. Software makes a difference. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise.